Hi everybody, I'm Chef Julie Andrews, and I'm here with Dr. Felton, who's a neurologist at UW Health, and we are in the Learning Kitchen making ketogenic recipes.
So the ketogenic diet is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet that I use for patients with epilepsy. And most of the patients that I see do a variation of the diet called the modified Atkins diet, which has a 10 to 20 gram carbohydrate limit per day.
So it's a little limited.
It is.
But with some good recipes, we can definitely achieve that, right?
Exactly, absolutely.
So today we're gonna make some cornbread. And I say cornbread because they're not made with corn.
Exactly.
But we have some really interesting and fun ingredients to use instead. So we're gonna start with almond flour. So this is just pretty much ground up almonds, really, that's what it is. And so it's a really great ingredient for baking with ketogenic diet.
Exactly. So regular white flour has about 90 grams of carbs per 1 cup. But the almond flour, what's great about that is it has 12 grams of carbs per cup.
Yeah.
And so you can use the same amount and have significantly less carbohydrate.
Yeah, and we're also using coconut flour, which is low too, and it has quite a bit of protein.
Yep.
So we're using a combined mixture of those two. And then we have some baking powder. And then we're gonna do some salt. We need some good flavor in our muffins. And then we also have some erythritol. So that's the sweetener that we often use in this diet.
Exactly. So obviously in this diet, we can't use regular sugar. And even some of the sugar substitutes we have to be careful with because they have sugar alcohols, which have to count towards the carbohydrates. But with erythritol, we only count about 5% of the sugar alcohols. And so we can use it and it doesn't contribute very much to our carb count.
Sure. All right, perfect. So we have our dry ingredients together, and then we just have a couple of wet ingredients. So we have unsweetened almond milk, which doesn't have any carbohydrates, if you get the unsweetened kind.
Exactly. So in comparison, whole milk, 1 cup of it, would have about 12 grams of carbohydrates. So
Big
this has
difference,
none.
yes, big difference. And then I just had a couple eggs, because we do need eggs when we're baking.
Great.
And those don't have any carbs. And then we have some jalapeno. So there's kind of different variations you can do of this recipe. Today we're just using the jalapeno ones, because we like spicy, right?
Great, yes, absolutely.
And so the other ones that we could do, there's a cranberry one that we could do for the holidays, if that was something you were interested in doing.
Exactly. So you could just swap out, instead of putting jalapenos, you could just put about half a cup of cranberries in the recipe.
And then cheese is another good one too, right?
Exactly. So about half a cup of sharp cheddar cheese would also make a nice sort of cheesy muffin.
Perfect. I like that. So we have it just kind of mixed together here, and now we just have to scoop into our muffin tin.
Great.
So this is already greased. And so all you do is give a nice little dollop there, and we want to make 10, correct? The recipe makes 10?
Exactly. So if we make 10 of these, and depending on which ingredient you use, the jalapenos, the cheese, or the cranberry, it's about 1 to 1.5 grams per serving.
Okay,
Per
all right.
muffin.
Perfect, I like that. And you know what, they turned out really good. So this is a batch that we cooked at 325 for about 20 minutes until they're nice and brown. They're not quite as fluffy, but you know what, they taste really good.
They do, they're delicious.
Well, thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. I had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.